is Naquan Golsby. I am 29 years old and I am a control system service technician for Johnson Controls. I may go in and help with a startup or do commissioning on our actual controllers that we manufacture, whether it be a fume hood controller or our room pressure monitor controllers. In the office, I am doing tech support as well as repairing RMAs, which is return material authorizations. So graduating from high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I went to Georgia State briefly, dropped out, worked dead-end jobs, and I said, you know what, something has to change. So I always wanted to get in STEM, and I actually ended up going to GPTC and was referred to the building automation program. And once it was explained to me what they do with building automation, I said, you know what, this is the career I want to go into. So my last year in the BS program, I was going around to controls companies. I Googled local controls companies in Atlanta. I like controls because it's the future. When I saw movies at a young age, Star Trek, Star Wars, all these things are automatically controlled. All these robotic figures are moving by themselves. I said, you know what, I like that. So when I saw the opportunity to get into the controls industry, I said, here it is right here. I can control the airflow just from a button from my cell phone. I said, you know what, this is what I want. So by being in the controls industry, it has actually helped me with what I want to do in the future as far as my future endeavors, personal aspirations. So I moved to Georgia when I was about 14. My grandmother raised me all my life, and it was my first time ever living with my mother. Also her first time ever taking care of me. So I believe that's where a lot of issues came with her and I. So she kicked me out, put me in foster care system, placed charges on me. That is actually how I met the judge of my case. The whole time in the system, you're labeled, hey, you're just an unruly kid. Nobody wants to listen to you. Nobody wants to hear your story. Nobody understands you. They already have this perception of you. So when I met the judge, it was amazing. Now, I have bad vision and I needed glasses. And I remember when they actually brought me into the courtroom. I'm sitting here and I see the judge off in the distance. And I just see a silhouette because I have bad vision. I just see this woman questioning my mother. Why this, why that? And it was something I wasn't used to in the system because everybody already had their image of me. I said, who is this lady? She's the first one that seems to even care about my side. Judge Haynes was the first person to even shed light on my case when I was in the system. I had no hope. Keep in mind, I'm a teenager. I don't know what's going on. New to the city of Atlanta, from a small city in North Carolina, whole world upside down. So to hear that from Judge Haynes, to actually ask questions, to inquire about me, it was amazing because it felt like no one cared. So after that day, after my court date with Judge Haynes, I was released to a group home. First group home ever, totally new life, new high school, everything. So I ended up going to Towers High School. That was totally new to me as well. And lo and behold, Judge Haynes told Dean Branch, who was the principal at the school, to look over me. And at that time, I always saw Dean Branch, and she always had a stern look on her face. She would just govern the whole cafeteria and just oversee the students, and she never really said much unless you were doing something wrong. Me and Dean Branch, we didn't really have a relationship. So my senior year, I ended up transferring to Tucker High School, and that environment I've never encountered, wasn't used to. It was a different social group that I'm used to, different types of kids there. So Judge Haynes actually gave me her business card and wrote a letter on the back. And I brought it with me today. I always keep it on me at all times, just to remember the people that helped me. And this is what it said. So when I received the card, I read the back of it. I said, okay, she has someone at the school that'll help me. So my first week at Tucker, a few days in, all of a sudden, this one girl walks up to me. She says, hey, Naquan, how you doing? And I'm baffled. I'm like, who are you? I'm new to this city. I'm new to this state. And I didn't know who, I was lost. So she said, hey, I'm the one that Judge Haynes wanted to show you around the school. So I'm like, oh, okay. So this was Candace. And I was like, oh, okay, this is the one that Judge Haynes wanted to show me around the school. She introduced me to so many social groups at that school that I never would have had on my own, being my first year at the school as well as a senior. Those kids wouldn't let me in their social groups. That's not the thing. So as well as Candace there to help me, Miss Branch was also a principal at Tucker High School. It was funny how that happened. So Miss Branch one day came to my class and she pulled me outside in the hallway. I'm like, what did I do? You know, am I about to go back and change group homes or something? Because that's the only time I dealt with a principal. I never really got in trouble in high school. So she pulled me to the side and she said, hey, you have two options. I can be your mentor, or this SRO down the hallway can be your mentor. So I look at her and I look at him. I say, yeah, I'd rather you be my mentor. And that's when she actually pulled me to her office and she explained. She says, you know, you have people in your corner. They're looking out for you. So I'm over here like, where are you going with this? She says, you know what? You have people in your corner and I'm going to help you succeed. And so it amazed me that I had so many people that were in my corner. It was the first time since I moved to Georgia, I actually felt like, okay, I'm in good hands. So I ended up graduating from Tucker High School. And, you know, hard-headed, you know, couldn't tell me anything. Eventually, as an adult, I eventually fell on hard times. And me and Ms. Branch, well, the Branch family, we actually stayed in contact. And I called Ms. Branch, I said, hey, Ms. Branch, I need help. And she opened her doors to me and she said, if I'm gonna help you, you need to enroll back in college. And that is actually how I ended up enrolling at GPTC in the BAS program. So just how they helped me, I want to help other kids. I want to provide a ray of hope for those kids. And I actually want to give them cool opportunities like what I do in the STEM field. And the thing that I'm most excited about is working for ACP and their STEM Skills for Success program. And I'll be mentoring those kids myself. I will help them develop skills that will help them enter the BAS industry. So when I found out that ACP is releasing a certification for BAS, I said I will be the first one to take that test. It's what the industry needs. This certification will help the field. I feel blessed. I would never expect to be where I am. I would not be where I am if it weren't for Judge Haynes, and the Branches. I wouldn't be who I am today. And it's almost surreal. A young kid from North Carolina moving to a whole new world of Atlanta, and then having these people who don't really know me extend their arms to me and actually help me. And I'm very thankful for it.